A morning in an unfamiliar city. You sit before your monitor, watching the cursor blink. The biting wind of New York or the damp chill of London clings to the window pane. We face the heavy silence of a daily mandate, the pressure to create something new. For architects working abroad, the word inspiration can often feel like a luxury. It's a relentless cycle of deadlines, battles with local building codes, and the exhausting effort to justify your design beyond the barriers of language. Yet we know that feeling, the sheer thrill of that single line at the end of the struggle, the one only you could have drawn. Today, we ask the fundamental questions. Where does my inspiration truly come from? And where, among these brilliant AI-generated vistas, does my identity as a designer reside? Part 1. The sediment of memory. Dissecting inspiration. Inspiration rarely strikes like lightning. It is more like the slow accumulation of sediment. It is the proportion of a nameless alleyway from your childhood, the cold, tactile memory of an old cathedral stone, or a sentence from last night's novel, all fermenting quietly in the mind. For those of us living as outsiders, inspiration begins with observation. Walking through a city with a completely different context from home, we start questioning the obvious. Why is this culture so obsessed with the scale of a window? Why do the shadows here feel longer and deeper than back home? These minor curiosities coalesce into a logic, and that logic becomes the backbone of a design. Inspiration isn't a miracle from above. It is the visual grammar forged from your inquisitive and perhaps slightly awkward gaze as a stranger in a strange land. Part 2. Digital Mirages, the parallel universes of NanoBanana. Now, look at the screen. These breathtaking spaces weren't born from human hands, but from the calculus of an algorithm. In mere seconds, NanoBanana produces images that seem to mock the aesthetic perfection we've spent sleepless nights chasing. Surreal cantilevers, an anti-gravity aesthetic that defies physics, and organic patterns beyond human imagination. AI tirelessly offers tens of thousands of parallel universes. Amidst this visual storm, we might feel a sense of futility. What was the point of all those years honing my rendering skills and formal sense? But here is the crucial twist. What the AI shows us isn't the answer. It is merely a fragment of possibility. It is still you, the person behind the screen, who must breathe warmth and context into this digital mirage. AI can curate a visual array, but it can never explain why a structure belongs on that specific piece of earth. Part 3. The architect as curator, redefining identity. The designer's identity is evolving, from a creator fashioning something out of nothing, to a curator, orchestrating a sea of possibilities. Out of the thousands of images NanoBanana suggests, if you choose just one, that choice is your identity. The discernment to adjust specific parameters, the sensitivity to weave in the site's history and the user's breath, this is the architect's territory that technology cannot touch. We shouldn't fight the tool. We must learn to master it. As we look at these surreal AI visions, we actually gain clarity on the real architecture we seek. Technology has freed our hands. What remains is our thought, your values, your definition of beauty. If those remain unshaken, technology becomes not your rival, but your most brilliant ally. Outro. The hand that draws and the heart. In the late hours of a global firm where the lights never go out, or in the quiet dawn of a private studio, your monitor may still be filled with the fantastic imagery of NanoBanana. But remember, analyzing why your heart races at a certain image and translating that into a space where someone can actually live, that is a task only you can perform. Inspiration doesn't reside within the tool. It lives in your gaze and in the daily persistence of refining your own architectural language in a foreign land. What inspired you today? And at the end of that inspiration, what kind of world do you wish to